Well, every time we turn around, friends, it seems like we've got some more crazy information that is coming out that I hear about as far as from the intel side of things. And you look at these clips here, and I've actually got some clips here playing. Of course, that's I think the Jaws movie, but they're showing the clips of Godzilla, things like that, in these movies, Godzilla and King Kong, things like that. And the reason why I kind of put that up there for you is because in the meeting I was in yesterday, they were talking about uh, some very powerful earthquakes that are going to be taking place within the next couple of years that is anticipated to cause a fissure within the seafloor of our planet going all the way through to the center of the earth there. And you know, it's it's interesting that that was said to me on a multitude of for reasons. Not to mention the book of Luke, which we're going to get to in a minute here, but also because I had reported yesterday. If you look here, right off the coast of Oregon, look at that big glob of red. Now that, and I've got my earthquake settings at 4.0 or higher on this setting that I have here. But I'm going to zoom in for you. And it is a swarm of earthquakes, 4.0 and bigger. Many of them are in the 5.0 and higher range. Nothing I don't think was in a 6, but up 5.8, 5.5, things like that. Enormous number of earthquakes. Now, if you were to put it onto the 3.0 as well, it'll just, oh my gosh, it just blows you away how many quakes are going off right now in the seafloor there off the coast of Oregon. So it's a swarm is exactly what it is. And so it kind of makes me think about what I was told in the meeting there that they are anticipating a massive set of earthquakes within the next 2 years. They seem to lean more towards the end of next year that will actually open up a fissure that'll go to the center of the earth there. And in the center of the earth, of course, is, we have inside of our planet there, we have creatures like what you see right here, like a Godzilla type of a creature. In fact, there is a movie called Underwater that came out this past year in theaters there, and I shared that information with you that this movie here is based on a true story. This actually did happen. In fact, when you get to the end of the movie, if you watch this, you'll find out that they show real article clips of the two survivors of this underwater tragedy of an oil rig that actually drilled through the mantle of the earth, and it allowed some sort of Godzilla type creature to get through. And of course, everyone died under there except for two people that did make it to the surface there. What is not told in the movie, it wasn't that it was somebody heroic on the underwater operation that saved the day, but rather it was the dolphins, the attack dolphins that we use, that actually killed the creature that had made it through from the inner earth there. A friend of mine actually worked on this project, and this happened, I think, back in the 90s is when it really actually took place, and said that one of the dolphins that had survived the creature brought back one of its claws, and the claw was like, I don't know, 6, 7 foot long, just a claw, like a fingernail, right? So at any rate, I mean, these things, like I say, a lot of people think, wow, that's just like, see, that's just crazy. I mean, come on, you're getting way off biblical uh, aspects when you start talking about things like that. Well, the thing is that's not off biblical. I mean, think about in the book of Luke here, chapter 21. We'll start at verse 22. For these be the days of vengeance, and all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Now, we could argue that is something that was fulfilled back during the times of Titus. But when you get into verse 25 and 26, these are things that, in my opinion, have never been fulfilled yet. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and the stars, and upon the earth distress of nation with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. All right, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the cloud with a power and great glory. And that's the glorious thing, is when the Son of Man actually comes to save the day. But before he actually comes, men's hearts are going to fail them for fear because of things that are coming upon the earth. We read about the sea and the waves roaring. We also have in the same chapter the great earthquakes and things like that are going to be taking place all over the planet. And then how could we even begin to wonder then? Is there really going to be something that is so realistic that it's like these Godzilla type of creatures? And of course, then again, we're getting these swarms of quakes right now that are happening off the coast of Oregon there. Now, this is, of course, not what I've been told is going to happen. This is like child's play right here, these 5.0, 5.5, 5.8 type earthquakes that you see on your screen right here. There you go right there, 5.2, for example, 5.8 right there, 5.5, and again, 5.8. Just a huge swarm of quakes. Now that kind of makes me think that there may be a dormant volcano underneath the seafloor there off the coast of Oregon there, that is maybe the lava getting ready to bust through and have something else going off under the ocean. I mean, we already got all kinds of seismic activity, volcanoes going off everywhere. And as I was told, that whatever we see going off above ground, you've got 10 times more happening in the oceans that you don't see. So, so we're seeing all kinds of crazy things go on right now, and earthquakes everywhere. And again, even up here close to southern Russia, not quite into Russia there, but, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, northern China, places like that. And again, even swarms of earthquakes going on there, places that I've not seen earthquakes going on. So I've been told some really crazy, outlandish things that are coming, and and yet our government knows. They know about these inner earth creatures. We have a lot of prehistoric creatures that live inside the earth, and we're not talking about just dinosaurs. We're talking about creatures much larger than that. And it really, in a way, it shouldn't surprise us when I say that, because if you think about it, how many times have we seen here just in the last few years strange-looking sea creatures washing ashore, massive monstrosity sea creatures that we never knew even existed, and those are just from deep parts of our ocean. We're not even talking about stuff that would come through from the center of the earth there, where really larger than life type of creatures actually live there. So, and again, like I said, biblically, fearful sights, man's hearts are going to fail them for fear. I mean, can you imagine what would it take? What kind of sight could be so fearful that it would cause you to have a heart attack and drop dead from the sight of some kind of something coming up on the earth? Well, that's exactly what the scripture speaks about. looking for those things which are coming on the earth, you know. And then we talk about the heavens being shaken, the powers of heaven being shaken. And are we looking? We talk about powers of heaven. Is this the fallen angels? Is this the archons? You know, I don't know the answer to all those things, friends, but I do know one thing: we are living in the last days, and you know, I'm just blown away by some of the things that are shared with me. And you know, and so I share them with you guys over here on our Patreon channel, you know, and just pray about it. You know, you know, look, I'm looking for the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ. You know, I want to get out of this place. I am so sick of this place that we're in, and but you know, you got to think about it though, in reality as well. Satan is on his last leg, and everything that has been hidden from us down through the years, the mercy of Jesus Christ that has protected us, uh, you know, his hand of mercy will be pulled back for a short space of time when Satan will be on his last vengeance rampage. And all hell's going to break loose. And we're going to see things like we've never could possibly imagine. So, having our faith grounded in Jesus Christ, trusting and believing in Him now more than any other time in the history of our lives, this is that most important time. And we're going to be talking more about the salvation of the soul and making sure our lives are ready. As Paul even said, putting on the whole armor of God that we may be able to withstand all the fiery darts of the enemy, of Satan himself, because we're going to be faced with some very serious things, friends. And I that's one reason why I keep doing these videos. I'm really wanting the people to be ready, not just to be caught off guard. We're going to see some serious things, friends. And when our faith is truly in Jesus Christ and we are unmovable and unshakable, then there's nothing that Satan can throw at us that we won't be able to handle. Anyway, I'm Stephen Ben-Nun. You're listening to Israeli News Live. God bless you and thank you for being a part of our Patreon channel.